My name is Stefan van der Flaert. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Nucleus. All right, so let's play a case study. So I'm Stefan. I've got this idea for Nucleus. My background is in business. I grew up in Silicon Valley all my life, but I can't code. So I need a technical co-founder to help me, or I need someone with technical skills to help me. In particular, to get Nucleus off the ground, I need an app developer, I need a web developer, and I need a user interface designer. The way I could today find that person would be to go to an event such as this, networking events, etc., and kind of battle my way through crowds, or hopefully you can use Nucleus. So by tapping on the icon, you're launched into the app. Now here you're shown two options. In my case, I'm seeing people. The reason being is because I've created what we call a startup card, or an idea card. On this idea card, I've explained my idea, so I want to create what people, I'll kind of nip it in the butt, Tinder for entrepreneurs, or I want to find a startup project to get involved with, because I don't have an idea of my own. In my case, I've got an idea, so I'm going to be seeing people. My idea is going to be matched with individuals. So I'm ready to go. I hit Explore People. This is what a person card looks like. So as you'll notice, it's bite-sized information. And the reason for this is also the reason why Tinder is so successful. It's not because people are cheap and we judge on first appearances. It's because that's what we as human beings have always had to do. It's a survival instinct to make judgment calls. Now in Tinder's case, that judgment call is based on a photo. In our case, we don't care about appearances. What we care about is your skill and where you've applied that skill. But, as we all have short attention spans, give it to me in the most concise way so I can make my judgment call. So, I'm seeing Alex because I need a software engineer. Now, where has Alex done software engineering? Anyone can tell me they've done software engineering. It doesn't do anything to tap something down. I'm looking for what we call the validation bit. And that's where you get this. Here, we give people up to 220 characters to give a brief description on where they've applied that specific skill. And then all of these skills as well are crowdsourced. So if I meet up with someone and Alex is not, so if I were to meet up with Alex, for example, and he's not a software engineer, he doesn't have 14 years experience, he doesn't even know the definition of Java, I say no, he's not a software engineer. Enough people who say no removes Alex from the search results. But in this case, I know definitely Alex is a software engineer. So anyways, I'm going to make my judgment call. I like Alex, so I'm going to save him. And that's my card. So anyways, now that I've saved him and I've gone through the list of people, what do I do now? Well, I want to get in touch with them. So simply go into menu, hit people. As with any good app, there are bugs. You swipe right on Alex's name, hit the envelope icon, and that opens up a messaging thread between you and Alex, or myself and Alex in this case. So here I simply suggest, hey, let's meet up. And it's that simple. We built Nucleus to be simple. Because our entire business model is built around the fact that we don't have ads, we do not care how long people spend on our platform. The value add to our platform is not how long you spend on it, it's how many people we can introduce you to and how short we can do that in. Our value add is knowing what you want and being in front of the person who has what you want in the shortest time frame. We know some people who spent years trying to find a co-founder. We're trying to turn that into a week.
Hi, I think it's beautiful design.
Thank you. I'll let Alex know.
I think there's a point that came first to mind when I saw the very brief outline that each person puts together. I'd be curious to see if really from one profile to another there's lots of differentiation because, for example, all the developers that are going to be putting their profile on, it'd be interesting to see how, with just a few sentences, they manage to differentiate themselves.
Yeah.
And the thought that it led me to is, how about if you had an easy link to the LinkedIn profile of each person?
So that's something we're going to add. So, because this is actually a massive feedback that we've got also on the point of the onboarding. So I haven't shown any of the onboarding process. It's something we are proud of, but unfortunately, it's still too long. So we're actually going to integrate with LinkedIn and pluck some of the information that we can, use natural language processing to kind of identify from their text what they've said they are, automatically give them a skill. They can change that if they want, but in that way we can then if we were to imagine this is a real phone, if I swipe down on a card, you'll get a bracket with all the social profile links. So if they're a developer, you might get their GitHub, you might get their Dribbble. If you're kind of like a business person, I don't have a GitHub, I don't have a Dribbble, but I do have a LinkedIn. So you'd be able to see all of the social profiles that the user has opted in to connect themselves to. But yeah, that's great feedback, because that is something that, obviously, we're here to connect you to people you don't know, but have what you need. But there are platforms already out there that have much more in-depth information, because that's what their business model is. So we'd be more than happy to link you to them rather than reinvent the wheel.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Big round of applause for Stefan.